Good morning, Rich Baudry here again with Baudry Therapy Center. Today I have Dave Marchand, Director of Golf at Baudry Country Club. Dave, thanks for being with us today.
Happy to be here, Rich.
All right, Dave and I have worked on a lot of golf fitness things together, and today we're going to talk about what do we do before we go out to play golf. You see so often these people, and myself included, we go rush out to the golf course, get in the cart, go down to the range, try to whack a couple balls, come back to the first tee. I mean, anxious and tight and whatever, and then the first shot you duck hook into the woods.
Yeah.
Tell me, Dave, what do you think is the best way to kind of get started before you go play golf?
If you're time crunched, I think it's more important to warm up your body as opposed to your golf swing. If you have the proper amount of time, which proper amount varies for certain people. If I was playing a tournament round, I'd like to have an hour and a half before I play. And 30 minutes of that would be pure stretching. And then I would have chipping, putting, hitting balls, etc., etc. So if we're down to that 10-minute guy like we're talking about, I think it's more important to loosen the shoulders and the hips. Because that way, you don't find you hitting that duck hook that you made reference to off the first or somewhere in those first 3 or 4 holes, and then you find yourself 3, 4, 5 over par in those first couple of holes. Whereas if you properly warmed up your muscles, you would at least have a chance, and you'd feel better at the end of the round. You wouldn't cramp up. So, you want to show us some of those shoulder workouts first?
Yeah, that's what we talk about. Dynamic warm up as opposed to just stretching. Let's get the muscles moving. Okay, so let's work through a couple of shoulder things, then we'll do some leg things and kind of check it out. All right, so just follow me, Dave. We're going this way. Shoulder blades back.
Doing some scissors.
Scissors, get that going. Let's turn your palms up now. Palms down. Okay, now.
And they don't have to be real fast, too.
Yeah, just work on getting the shoulder. You're moving the shoulder blades, getting them back and forth. Okay, let's go crossways now. Palms in. Now let's do palms up. Scissor move here. Let's go palms down. Okay, here's one I like, Dave, for the back of the shoulders. Let's go ahead and interlock your fingers like this. And I want you to pull. I want you to put some tension on those guys. So you feel the back of your shoulders
feel
move.
It, definitely.
Nice
you
and
almost
tall.
feel your chest stretch, your ribs stretch.
And I want you to move your hands side to side. Keep your trunk straight. Move your hands side to side. We'll do 3 to 5 of these. And then let's go with the forward roll.
You still pull when you do this?
You're still pulling. You're still pulling. I've got these from Tom House, who's an ex-baseball player, pitcher. And then let's swim forward.
This is the one I like the most.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it really does the best work for you.
And then swim backwards. Big circles. You can really feel your shoulder muscles being
Especially
worked. Yeah.
having had shoulder surgery, this is a wonderful deal to warm it up. Because you know my limitations now.
I know your stuff. So we're going to work. We already just worked on that. Now let's work on hips. You mentioned the hips. So with the hips, I like to work in 3 different planes, and I like to just get some swings going. So let's have you stand on your right leg, and I want you just swinging your hip forward, backward.
This helps your balance tremendously as well.
3 to 5 times in this plane.
See, as I'm losing my balance.
Okay. Then what I would do, and then of course I'd switch and do the opposite leg. 3 to 5, 10 times. And then we'll go. That's the frontal plane. Now we'll go in the coronal plane, going this way. Excuse me. That was the sagittal plane. This is the coronal plane. We're going side to side. So now we're warming up the muscles that move you side to side. Arms can swing naturally or against your body. Good. But of course we'd switch and do the other side. Good. And then the third direction is a transitory, a rotational plane. And golf involves a lot of rotation. So
absolutely.
As we do that, we'll stand on the right leg, and I want you just to turn your body back and forth. And you can just toe touch in, toe touch out. Really get the right hip rotating in and out to warm those rotator muscles up. Good job. And you can tell it's pretty hard to balance when you're doing this. It's not easy. All right, then,
I was telling you about there's some at TPI, one of which is called start turns, and it's an exercise that a lot of people get when they do the program. And it is one where you can do out leaning on your golf club, preferably a driver or one of your taller ones, or you could actually hold on to the side of the golf cart if you're riding, what have you. And it would be where you put the club out in front of you, hold your hands up about waist high or chest high, you interlock a foot around the knee, and you rotate similar to the way Rich was just doing. And you go each direction, helps you balance. You hold for 3 or 4 seconds, and and then swing it and then do it the other side. So that's a neat one to warm up the hips as well. And then also I've kind of incorporated what Rich was talking about in my own, to where I'll do some counterclockwise and clockwise hip rotations. 4 or 5 times like this, and then the other direction. And all the while we're still thinking balance. So, we're having the abdominal muscles tighten and kicking the glute muscles into play there too. Both of which are hugely beneficial to the stability in your golf swing.
Good. I mean, that took us maybe 5 minutes. And then we cut it down a little bit, but that was 5 minutes. I know my shoulders feel nice and warm. I feel a lot of blood in there. I feel a lot of blood in my hips. And I'm ready to go. So next time you go out to the tee, try these warm-ups and see if you don't hit that first ball right down the middle.
Yeah.
Thank you.